Manchester United are not a normal football club. I need you guys to understand this and understand it crystal clear. This team is not normal. This football club is not normal. If you are a Manchester United fan, your heart rate is sponsored by this club. I repeat that because the people in the back did not hear what I said. If you are a Manchester United fan, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your palpitations, and every single thing that runs in your body is sponsored by Manchester United Football Club. 3-2 against Fulham, and still don't know if we are good, bad, or emotionally dangerous. Let me tell you something, guys. We have played football today. We should not even be going and be talking about how this game got to 3-2. But my God, what a 3 points. What did Amadou Onana say? In the pocket. 3 points taken home from Old Trafford today as we defeat Fulham. And a tough side by that. We have already seen what Fulham were able to do against Tottenham. We've seen what Fulham has been able to do against City. What they have been able to do against Liverpool. We know that this is a team that are strong. But the truth about it is that this game had everything. Are you talking about a late winner? We had that. Are you talking about throughout a lead, a 2-goal lead in literally what was moments? Because they scored in the 81st minute or the 83rd minute. And all of a sudden, what we see in the 91st minute was Casemiro score one of the best goals this season that we will see. Or are you talking about Old Trafford jumping and literally doing Fergie time, something that we haven't seen in a long time? One thing I'm going to promise is, let's break it down, right? Let's break out this game and actually talk about what happened, who saved us, who stressed us, and why this game was as tense as we saw. Everything about where Manchester United are right now is what we are going to be talking about. And my God, am I excited about this. First half, let's start about first half. You get me? First half, we are talking about control. Finally, let me take this off so I can actually look at you guys in your eyes and tell you what we're talking about here. First half, we are talking about control. Finally, we could see it. Manchester United were in a position where we controlled the game. What are we talking about in this situation? United actually started well. United controlled the tempo instead of the chaos that we have seen in the past. We moved the ball quicker. Fulham, understandably, were pinned backwards and could not do anything about it. Now, in this situation, it was a penalty. Let's not argue this. It was a penalty, but they did not give us a penalty. They gave us a free kick that was so close to the penalty yard box. It might as well just been a penalty. And Casemiro, our Brazilian giant, steps up 5 goals this Premier League season and puts the ball in the back of the net the way we want it, the way it should be, the way Casemiro has absolutely shown us that he can do. Now let me paint a picture for you guys. In Casemiro's prime, we all agree, was in Real Madrid. Casemiro scored in his best goal scoring season 6 goals for Real Madrid, and that was in 38 games. Right now, Casemiro is on 5 goals for Manchester United in what feels like a season that he will break the record for Manchester United. Now, the question is, did Real Madrid actually utilize Casemiro in the right way that they should have? Yes, he scored and he won 5 Champions Leagues. But I can tell you, based on what Casemiro we are seeing right now, Casemiro could have done more for Real Madrid. But let's not go into that. We'll talk about that in another video. Let's talk about the timing today. Because the timing of when Casemiro scored the goal for us was brilliant. This is what we wanted. This is Manchester United all over again. Casemiro stepping up in the 19th minute to give us the goal that we absolutely needed was what we were talking about. You understand? The experience to ride, the experience to jump higher, the experience to not put his hands over Kearney's shoulders to knock that ball. That right there is Casemiro in every form that we need him to be. We might just need to start talking about a new contract for Casemiro. We just might need to talk about a new contract. Because yes, Casemiro, I'm just kidding by the way. Yes, Casemiro said that he was going to leave Manchester United. But the way he's playing, he is not going to retire anytime soon. He is a player and big game player in a big game. The instincts absolutely show up. Casemiro doesn't play football. He just remembers football. At this point, he just knows where to be and he knows how to stand and he understands how to be that for Manchester United. Now let's look at Matheus Cunha. Oh my God. Have we found someone special in Matheus Cunha? In the second half, everybody is talking about this situation. I'm like, what is going on? How in the world is Matheus Cunha not having a goal already? Because we saw an opportunity, he didn't convert. We saw a pass, he didn't give. We saw so many things that Casemiro and Matheus Cunha, had opportunities in that first half. But come the second half, come the time, come at the man, come at Cunha, come at the surfboard. You get me? The surfboard. Direct, aggressive, playing like someone who wants the shirt and doesn't just want the paycheck for Manchester United. That is what Matheus Cunha is doing right now. Cunha looks like a man who knows Old Trafford is either a throne or a crime scene. And right now he's telling you, I am sitting on this throne, surfing. What are you telling me? Matheus Cunha has shown us that this guy has what it takes to play for Manchester United. He is moving with a bravado that I love. He is moving with all the energy that I can even muster. Matheus Cunha is doing a big one for Manchester United, and you guys need to recognize this. It needs to be as clear as day. We need to see it so well because Matheus Cunha, my goodness, is he a baller. And now let's look at the classic Manchester United problem. Because yes, one thing we do here on Pillar Sports is celebrate when Manchester United are doing great. However, we need to talk about it. The game management, and this is not from Michael Carrick, it's from the players. The little things that we do is a problem. Every little thing that we do in game management situation feels like a problem. And that's where the situation lies. This right there is where the analysis has to be focused on, moving on to this Tottenham game. This is where they focus on. Because when you look at the situation, we are 2-0 up. And of course, we switch off. We don't push the neck of this team. We don't absolutely keep the tempo up. Because the tempo drops immediately we go 2-0 up. We are comfortable. We start playing with the football. We start getting loose passes here, loose passes there. The midfield stops controlling the space. Of course, Casemiro steps out of the pitch and Manu Ugarte comes on. But I'm not saying Manu Ugarte is the cause of the goals because he was actually running in, because it's just problematic that once Casemiro leaves the pitch, all of a sudden Manchester United feels so open that you would think we are literally shooting a scene with Lily Phillips. You will literally think that that's the scene that we are shooting because the defense stop retreating. They start retreating for their lives, instead of stepping up to absolutely close down this situation. Take the points, take the 3 points, go home with a clean sheet. This isn't about tactics in this situation. It's about mentality. United don't kill games. We don't kill games yet. We stay inviting guests to come to the party and play. And we need to stop doing that. How are we going to stop doing that? The lines get stretched. We need to stop letting our field and our style and just the way our position is, we need to stop letting them move us to the places that we do not want to be. No pressure on second balls. We relax on the second balls. We need to absolutely go in there. Play, even though we are 2-0 up, play, we are still looking for a goal in this game. Because what we did was that we allowed Fulham grow into the game, and that caused us a lot of problems. It caused us so much problems that is definitely something that we need to look forward to. And we are facing Tottenham Hotspur next. We need to get that together. And this leads us to Fulham's comeback. Here we go again. That's what I thought. I was like, oh my God, what is Manchester United doing at this point? What are we doing at this point? Because the penalty moment was clumsy. It was avoidable and completely unnecessary. Because it starts from once Sanderberg gets the ball. Sanderberg gets the ball, passes it to Kearney, I believe. And then Kearney has time over time for years to raise his head up, see the run from João Jimenez, and pass the ball. And this is the key part about the situation, because Dalu needs to communicate. He needs to understand that João Jimenez was behind him. He needs to understand this, get into position, or when the player is running past you, yell at Harry Maguire, "Bang on!" So you can absolutely be able to cover that space, dive in for the ball, stop the ball from going in. And if you have now lost the ball, it was completely unnecessary, especially when we were 2-0 up, to go in for that dive like that. I understand that it was a small mistake. I understand it was, at one point I thought it was not a penalty at all, because it was the back foot that catches Raul Jimenez and not the front foot. In fact, I felt like there was a deflection in Harry Maguire's sliding tackle. But you could feel Old Trafford at that point says, "Oh my God, this is the version of us that we all scared, we all feared." We could see Old Trafford absolutely get anxiety right away. We could see Old Trafford fall back into bad habits right away. From that particular moment, the moment we saw that there was a free kick going on, it was over, or a penalty, I was like, oh my God, what is going on in this situation? And all of a sudden, I was tight because you just knew that Fulham were going to get the second goal. And Kevin gets his first goal for Fulham in the Premier League. Space was allowed because the 1-2 passes with him and Sessegnon should have not happened. Manu Ugarte was not quick enough to cover the space, even though he did his best, and I have to give him credit for that. There was no aggression to cover Sessegnon for laying it back on him. United was ball watching most part instead of defending this situation. And guess what? We don't concede goals, we just host them in this situation. We just let them have fun, because we have all known this situation is that once Manchester United get the opportunity or allow an opportunity for a shot to go in, it's probably going to go in the back of the net. And that right there is a problem. But guess what? The individual performances that we saw was absolutely one of the best things to see. Because standout performance in this situation, Matheus Cunha, Casemiro, Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes. But before I go in depth into what those three did for us, or what those four did for us, we have to talk about the beautiful goal from Šeško. His heir apparent, his royal heirness, Šeško comes in, of course gets that first nodder that hits the post. And oh my God, we need to be clinical in this situation. If he gets that ball, it's 3-0 and it's game over. We absolutely snatch the heart out of Fulham if he gets that third goal. But he doesn't. Fulham gets the equalizer, but what a way for Bruno Fernandes to get an opportunity, literally meg Calvin Bassey without touching the ball. He absolutely Megan the Stallion out of Calvin Bassey without touching the ball. Gets the cross into Benjamin Šeško. Benjamin Šeško touches the ball, opens his body up and puts it in the back of the net, making it 3-0. And we win this game. This is what I'm talking about. This is the finish that changes moments forever. We are talking about late game goal winner. We are talking about chaos at Old Trafford. We are talking about Old Trafford roofs going off. Ball drops, finishing, conviction. Šeško had everything in that finish today. He had everything in that finish. And that right there is the reason we brought Benjamin Šeško into Manchester United. Because the truth about it is that Manchester United are worth every penny. We should be winning every game that we step on. Our attack is that lethal. We take out Mbeumo and bring on Matheus Cunha. We take out, but our defense is still let in. Too many goals. Now let's go back to talking about the standout performance for Casemiro, Cunha, Ahmad, and of course Bruno Fernandes. For Casemiro, the leadership that he showed, the calm under pressure, understanding how to slow down the game and how to play football. Matheus Cunha, the direct threat, the pressing, the carrying out of danger, the understanding when to take the pass, take it to the bar line, cross the ball. Ahmad, the energy, actually beating Robinson. He literally made Robinson look like he's an amateur footballer, look like he is a footballer that is still playing in the MLS. That is what he made Anton Robinson look like today. And the good part about this situation is that that's not it. We still have Kobe Mainoo. We still have Bruno Fernandes. Because Bruno, 12 assists this season. 12 assists. I think it's 3 more assists for him to break the all-time record of Kevin De Bruyne in terms of assists in the league. This man is going to do it. Can we all agree that? He is going to do it, and he's going to do it so easily. I can probably tell you that it happens in our next game against Tottenham Hotspur. The dude is just remarkable. And you also have to look at Kobe freaking Mainoo. Oh my God. I'm so glad that we did not let him leave. I'm so glad. I would have been so hurt if it did not work out with Amorim and Kobe Mainoo had left Manchester United. I would have been so hurt. But Kobe Mainoo comes into this team and changes everything for us. He changes everything. He understands how to play football. And that right there, for you to be able to have the IQ, you're 20 years of age, and you have the IQ of a 36-year-old player, of a 36-year-old Andres Pirlo, is different gravy. I'm so glad that we got these people playing for us. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the follow button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.